How you
I'm
doing?
doing great. I'm super busy these days. I'm working so hard, but I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Same, working. I use a what do you call it? Like a idiom. I'm working my ass off, working my butt off. I've been working. Yeah, it sounds weird. I've been working my. I'll use more of these for you since you're an advanced learner. So I've been working my ass off lately,
Working
nonstop.
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes no sense, right?
Okay.
It makes no
Learn
sense.
the first expression of this
The whole
this
thing, yeah.
right?
No, yeah, we're gonna get you more to like a native level, right? I mean, you
Uh,
you you already have a very high understanding, all that, but I'm just gonna give you fun words like this, you know? Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Uh-huh.
Exciting.
Yeah. So we'll we'll be joking around and putting words like this together, that you'll
I
that you'll really enjoy.
this life feeling so fluent. Okay.
You said you've
Like
been feeling
uh,
so fluent, you said?
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. So how is I'll write that phrase down for you too. It's funny. I'll make notes of that. Hold on. You like that one though? That one sounded funny.
Yeah. It was
Uh,
funny. I
I've
liked.
been okay. Um, so what we're gonna do, um, how to really help you here is it's really personalized, right? A lot of times when people are advanced like you can run into a lot of problems because if you try to seek a lot of information, it might seem really basic for you, and you still like, I'm stuck still. Like you want more
Yeah.
words, you have
Do
like,
it a lot. Yeah, it's
so you
like
have,
it's my biggest like concern and problem when I'm trying to improve my English because
mhm,
I always feel like okay, I know that I need to improve it and I know that I have a lot to learn, but I don't know how to overcome this plateau effect, like
mhm,
I don't know how to overcome this step
mhm,
and become even
mhm,
more like proficient in English.
mhm, mhm. Okay, cool. So what you're gonna need is really specialized help, right? So you're gonna need someone to sit there and listen to you for a while and literally make notes of
I
what they
agree.
hear, right? So a native speaker, I believe a native speaker that's also licensed in English, me, has to sit and hear these things and be able to make a specialized, because what good is it going to do for you to get general help? And this is a problem a lot of people have is they understand
Yeah,
movies perfectly, they do all these things, but then when they're speaking, right, they feel insecure sometimes. So
yeah.
we're gonna listen. You're gonna do most of the talking. I'm just gonna ask some
Okay,
questions, and then we're gonna make some notes here. Cool.
cool. All
So
right.
you said need to improve it. Is that what you said? Say that phrase again.
Yeah, I need to improve it.
It like it,
Yeah,
or you said improved like improve it like
improve,
IMPROVED. Improve
improve
it.
it. Yeah,
Leave that alone. You so I'm looking I'm looking to better my English and improve.
I'm looking for.
No, you could say like it is. You don't need the whole sentence, but it's just like, hey, I'm looking to improve my English. I'm looking to improve. I'm looking to improve.
Okay.
So sometimes when Brazilians first start English, right, like they're always leaving out the word it, right? But then,
Yeah, you. Okay. When we first started like talking,
right?
there on Hello Talk, right? Do you remember?
Yeah, right? Yeah, of
Yeah,
course, yeah.
I always forgot about the eat.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So,
always.
so what did you just say? You said it always forgot. What did you say?
I always forgot it.
Okay. Uh, I always forgot the word it. Look, so
I
you're saying
always
I always, yeah, yeah.
the word
Or I always forgot it.
I
Cool.
always forgot the word eat. I'm using
There
the
you
past
go. I always
in
forget. I always forgot. Uh-huh. I always
okay.
forgot. I know it sounds weird, right? I always something that you I always forgot, but it's something that you did more than once, right?
Yeah.
So it happened in the past because you did it already.
Okay. So
So
the
I
right
always forgot, right?
I
Go
always
ahead.
forgot. The right sentence is I always, or can I use like I used to forgot it a lot? No,
Forget.
forget. I used to forget it a lot.
When I was at home, I used to always forget to bring my backpack to
No,
school.
I used to forget.
So what
Not
happens sometimes?
the
No,
past
no,
tense.
no.
I
Forget.
used.
Yes. So let me explain. So I used I used plus present.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
I used plus present.
Okay, because I used is already on the past tense. Right.
I used to make peanut butter and jelly. I used to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day. Let's let that be the sentence that we use as a example sentence, okay? So
Okay.
we're gonna do I used plus past. Oh no, plus present, right? Plus
Right.
present tense. So we got that. So this one we're gonna use, the example we're gonna use is I used to always make, right? Not I used to always do, not I used to always did, right? I used to always make peanut
Okay.
butter, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Jelly sandwiches before going to school. Cool. I used to always make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before going to school. Is that cool?
Uh,
And the other one was,
notes.
go ahead.
Okay, let me repeat it. I'm
All right.
using
Yeah.
it
No, 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 no.
the
Yeah,
right
yeah,
way now.
yeah, yeah. No, yeah, yeah. Now you're scared using it, but it's good. It's good. I want you to consciously think about the word it now. Go ahead.
Okay. I used to always make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before going to school.
Yes. And what I'm gonna do too is, because I want you to pay attention, I'll I'll basically make a list of our stuff right here, and I'll screenshot it and just send it over to you. Is that
Okay,
cool?
perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So you
I
can
love it.
be present during the lecture. You don't have to really, because
Okay.
sometimes we and call in the university and stuff, right? We'll spend so much time just jotting down notes that you
This
forget that,
sounds so good. Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So it's like I mainly want you to participate, think critically. Okay, okay, cool. Boom, boom, boom. Let's problem solve. You know,
Okay,
and,
perfect.
and that's how
Uh,
we'll.
Can I tell you some stuff that I have more difficult on in English, and then maybe
That I have more difficulty with. You said difficult with. Boom, we got to stop right there. No, difficulty with.
okay.
Difficulty with. So whenever we have that, like, what's really native like is when you have that with, you're going to use that ty. Difficulty with.
Okay.
Cool.
Difficulty. Cool.
What I've been having a difficulty with is the past tense,
Okay.
you know? And
Can
it's
you
usually, uh-huh, I have been having difficulty with the past
wait?
tense. Oh, I've been having uh,
Okay. Like, I got it. I got it.
You got it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been
Perfect.
having, yeah. So that's how we would
So
do it
I
there.
need to put the while at the end of difficulty, or just in my when I'm speaking.
No, just like if you're gonna continue the sentence after difficult, does that make sense? You're gonna
Yeah.
put with, like, I've been having a difficulty with English. You're
Okay.
not gonna say I've been having a difficult with English. Make sense?
Okay. Yep.
So if it's if it's like a how do I explain? This is just where it just you just have to have a native feel, right? It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Explain. I'll give you examples, and we'll talk through examples. So an example here, right, is I think English is difficult,
I don't need denial. Right.
right?
Okay. So,
Or you don't need a with, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you don't need a ty with, right? But when it's a continuation, that's when we'll e with boom. So difficult is just like that's how we'll um,
I got it. I think I
you
got
got it?
it.
You got it through the example? Okay, cool. So I'll write that down, right? Difficulty with. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, of course.
So no, go ahead. So what were you saying? Keep going. I'm just gonna stop you if I hear something. I'm just gonna
Okay.
stop
So
you.
I was telling you about the this difficulty with the past tense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, let me think about some examples. Um,
Mm-hmm.
First, can I say it in Portuguese so we can?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Se eu tivesse, se eu quisesse,
Ah, if I
it's
had, if
yeah.
I,
If I
uh-huh.
yeah
Okay. The if, the conditional if. That's what we're talking
yeah
here.
oh, yeah. It's a
If I
little bit.
send you, if I send you my example sentences, so in the morning I've been like, I've been every day at Starbucks. I'm like always there, right? In the morning for like an hour, and I wrote down Portuguese words. So I was, se eu acendesse. I'm like, acendesse. Like I hate this. Like se eu tivesse. So no,
It,
I know what you mean. Yeah. Or mine, I hate the one. Se eu tivemos, like tivemos. Yeah,
se
it's
eu
like
tivesse, yeah.
tivesse. Yeah, it's like what the. No, tivésemos. No.
Nós tivéssemos,
Yeah,
estivéssemos.
that's the. There we go. There you corrected me. So yeah. So I hate that one. I hate that one. I'm like, whoa, like I have to continue to say tivesi, but put most too. I'm like, what the. So
This
yeah.
is I love about Chinese, because they just
Oh
don't
yeah.
conjugate anything, right? Like, it's perfect. You just
What I love that you talked about that because I think true language learners can see the advantages and disadvantages that other languages have, right? So like an advantage for us is like in Portuguese and in Spanish, we're always translating. I mean, we're always doing conjugations. So then when we get to a language like yes, so when we get to a
español
language
para
like
brasileños.
go ahead.
Español para brasileños.
Yes. Mi otro cliente antes de ti
Sí,
era era de Colombia, pero no hablaba mucho español antes porque estaba hablando con todos los brasileños, todos los días. Entonces tenía muchas dificultades de hablar con ella.
your Spanish is just amazing. So
No,
great.
no.
I,
Si me das como, si me das como 2 semanas más o algo, vas a llegar todo, vas a regresar todo mi nivel que tenía antes. Ahorita no es
well,
malo.
I can't even say hola in
Okay.
Espanol.
you
It's quite hard for
no,
me, but I'm trying. I'm studying Spanish right now. So
there you go. So we want to talk about if, right?
Yeah.
So, hmm, you just want to see example sentences like that? You want us to
I
just
think
talk in the
not,
if form?
to be honest, it's not the if. Let me. I need to remember my
The verbs?
yeah.
Is the
It's
verb
not.
conjugations?
I don't think it's about the conditional. I do know the conditionals, but I think it's like mm, I can't remember it now. But it's
Mhm,
uh,
mhm.
we can move on and talk it
Here's the thing.
about.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Let's just converse, and then when we have problems, we'll stop. Cool.
Okay.
So if you think it's really important, but if we're talking the whole time and we don't use that tense, then guess what? It's not important, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I want you, right? So you have to think, what how do you want to use English, right? So if you're so concerned about this, but you never have to use this, then why worry about it?
Yeah. It's true.
Right? So if there comes a point in your life where you start to use something really heavily, then I want you to start studying that to improve it because you're
Yeah.
using it a lot. If I'm going to Brazil a lot, guess what? I need to get better with my Portuguese. But why would I go to Brazil and try to focus on Spanish when I'm in Brazil? So
Yeah.
that's what I want you to that's what I want. Go ahead. What'd you say? Your connection broke out a little.
It makes sense.
Right? So we have to think about this. So you've gotten to a level where you're just like want to be a master in all areas of English. Well, here's the thing. When you run into these problems, that's when, you know. So let's say this. You're talking with friends, you're doing different things, and you're just struggling with certain things. Send me a message. Oh, Alex, I'm having and we'll do a lesson on that. Cool? That's how we'll
I was thinking about it this days. Okay, so can I say
No,
these
no,
days?
say that again. No, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Continue. Say what you want to say, and then I'll correct you.
I was thinking about it these days because I applied for a master's degree scholarship, and then the second step of this um application is an interview. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really need to improve my speaking skills because okay, I feel comfortable talking in English, but not always, and especially when I'm nervous and
Hmm.
excited about something, I feel quite nervous, and
Hmm.
I can speak about all the subjects, especially economy, which is the focus of this scholarship. So I was super nervous, and I was thinking about talking to you and like um learn about a more academic and professional English. I think
Okay,
my
so
I
do you know what
I
do you know what that
English
is?
is so basic and so casual.
Okay, so here's what we can do. All right, here's what you can do. All that is a lack of vocabulary, right? Or you might be like, what do you mean? If we talk about politics, you might have some issues because they're using different vocabulary. Electoral college, right?
Yeah.
Senator, your local governor, right? Um, votes, electoral college,
Law.
like things like this, right? What'd you say?
I say law. It's just un-
Okay, right, right, cool, right. So all that is so what happens is you start to get into a topic, right? Language is topics.
yeah. I
So what you've gotten really comfortable with is you've gotten really comfortable with talking about foods, talking about what you're going to do, talking about family, talking about spouse, talking about maybe religion, talking about transportation day to day, right? Talking about making reservations, right? Things like that. Talking about the weather. But then if we talk politics, let's say, yeah, if we talk politics, if we talk problems within the educational system, if we start to talk about um, whatever, let's say the mechanics of a car, right? Go ahead.
Economy, I say.
Economy, right? Finance, things like that, right? Then you start to you start to kind of panic because these are situations you haven't been in a lot.
Yeah, I agree. And
So what we can do,
I study about
go
it,
ahead.
read a lot of books about it, and start conversations about it. Right?
So what we can do, what I want you to do too, what can be the homework, right? Is you said economy, right?
Yeah.
So why did you want to do this with the economy? You said because you're in a work situation where you have to know economy better. You have to know the economy better.
Yeah, it's for the scholarship interview. I told you.
Explain to me more about this scholarship.
Okay, so I applied to this scholarship program, and it is focused on um, international development. So
Mhm.
the first step was applying to was
Mhm.
applied to this um was apply and and the second step is just like an interview about the program, about yourself, and about economy. So I was concerned about um the second step didn't come over yet. But I'm
So okay, cool. Okay, sorry.
yeah, and I was already concerned about it. Yeah.
Okay, so cool. So
Okay.
the financial standpoint of the economy, do you have to talk about job employment? Like, what do you when you say economy? Because that's broad
They
too.
said in the website about some questions about international development. So I think it's not really deep on it's not really deep in about international development. I think it's more like
Hmm.
maybe talk about the concept of the I'm nervous right now. I'm sorry.
See, look. But look, we're trying to force you to talk about the economy. You can't talk about it. You see?
Yeah.
You see? So if you can't do it here, you can't do it there. If we can't practice, then we can't play the game,
Yeah.
right? That's game day. That's game day. Interview is the game day. And if you're putting the sentences together over there, good luck. You're done. You're done, Maria.
Oh my god.
You're done. It's too late, man. I'm sorry. Just what do they do? They play the flute when you the farewell flute when you're on your way out. Yeah. So
It was crazy.
what we have to do? No. So, but see. Look, you're having the same problem here, right? So what happened is I think that you don't even know in Portuguese how to like break things down. Like you get what I'm saying? So what I mean is this: when you go into these situations, you have to have a script,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
When you come to this presentation, I mean, this consult, am I just like no, I know, hey, you know what? She's an advanced student. I know that I can't just give you just a basic, hey Maria, so we're gonna do this. That's not listening to to your needs, right? So I came in here knowing she's an advanced student. She's gonna have very specific questions. I don't know what it might be, but here's what I know she's gonna have some issues with. Oh, pronunciation, grammar structures. She might have a lack of vocabulary, right? I know these immediately because these are areas you can always improve on. Even me, there'll be situations where I'm like, as a native speaker, I might use things grammatically incorrect. right? So when you go to these interviews and things like that, you have to have a script.
I agree.
They might be able to throw you off with a question or two. Do you know what throw you off means?
No.
Throw you off is like distract you. They might be able to throw you off like throw you off like imagine you're like walking,
Okay.
you're walking, like you're walking like so when you're thinking and you have this train of thought, right? Boom. Okay, I understand. And then someone says something and then they get you off balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what it is, right? So you're like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna talk about food, we're gonna talk about transportation, and we're gonna talk about cooking." And then they're like, "Hey, Maria, let's talk about travel today." You're like, "Oh," they threw you off. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Something you weren't prepared for. They threw you off. Oh my God, they asked me a question about the economy, and it threw me off. Okay,
Okay.
so but threw me off. Threw me off. Kind of like distracted me. Caught me off guard. Do you know what that is?
Got me off guard. Yeah. This one I know.
Like caught me off guard. Yeah, right. So that's the perfect one. Caught me off guard. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the same one. Threw me off. Caught me off guard. It's the same thing. Cool. Um. So that's what I want us to do. Okay, is I want us to like sit here, and that's what I want your homework to be. Okay, you to sit here and we got to prepare for this interview. Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. So we're do you wanna do that, or
Yeah, of
how
course.
do you feel?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare for this interview and, um, talk to me about the topics that are gonna be presented in this interview. Cool?
Cool.
So just be like and then how many different topics? Because you did the interview already, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Did how did they say you can prepare for it?
Yeah, I need to open it on the website. And
Hey, Maria, when were you did you apply for this already?
yeah, I do.
Yo, we should have this memorized. We
No, yeah, but
right? No, see. So
they
look,
they
look.
they were so macro about it. Let me just open
Okay,
here. Um,
okay.
they said just about like some international development or some economics.
So they're confusing you because they're giving you like general stuff. Is that what's confusing?
Yeah,
Like they want you to generally talk about certain things, and so you don't know how to make it specific.
let me open here.
Let me open this up. I want you to start saying that.
Let me open this up.
Yeah, I know that sounds really weird, but yeah, let me open this up really fast.
Okay, so um, second round. Okay, I can send you it on.
By I can send you it through or by I can send you it through email. I can send you it by mail.
Okay. Um, I can't find it. Admission calendar. Um,
Mhm.
online interview. Yeah, I can't find can't find
It's all good.
find it.
Okay,
But we can
cool.
talk
That'll be your homework.
later.
Yeah, that'll be your homework. That'll be your homework. Okay.
Okay.
So I want you to. We got to get ready for this interview because the scholarship's important, right? Because that's something that you want to
Yeah.
attain, right? So let's get ready for this scholarship. Let's start to plan for a good script with that, right?
Yeah.
And and yeah, welcome. So just be able to. I want you to. Yeah, like I said, we'll just talk, and if I hear certain things, then well. But I know when we plan for that, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes because there's gonna be a lack of vocabulary, things like that, right? So you got to think about it too, right? When you become nervous, guess what? Guess what it's usually because of, right? It's usually because of lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
So when you first started English, right? Right now you're all like this with English. You're, "Oh, yeah, I know this. I okay. You know, because you know a lot, right? So you know it's. But when you first started English, was it like that? You were probably very timid,
Yeah.
insecure, right? I don't. Why? Because there's a lot of challenges in front of you. You're in an environment that you don't understand, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's happening when you get into this environment. When you get into a topic, when you get into an arena, right? Arena that you don't understand, that you're not well knowledgeable about. This is why people don't learn languages because they're so comfortable somewhere, right? They're so comfortable with Portuguese, they're so comfortable with English. When we start learning Chinese,
Oh my gosh.
okay, hey, let's leave Latin letters completely. Now our our form of writing is going to be in characters. People are like, "What?"
Yeah.
Right? Because they're leaving their comfort zone. So, what we need to do is it's I always have to say this to the advanced students is it sounds funny, but we have to like humble ourselves. We have to we've gotten to a level, right? Where you talk to most Brazilians, you know my English is going to be better than mostly all you guys. But next to me, how is your English? Right? So you have to think about the next level, right? You have to think about others, right? And then you go, okay, there's work I have to do still. And you know that. But how do you go about it? Well, hey, look, let me start seeking the proper help. Me,
You,
but
Alex,
but
Alexander.
yeah, of course, of course. One stop trip. It's a one stop trip, man. Here you get everything. But that's that's what you'll start to need, right? Is okay, I'm gonna need this specialized help to be able to improve. And then how I'm gonna train you too is to where you're not even gonna need me for much time, right? I'm gonna train you to where you'll be able to learn on your own in these areas. You know, you're gonna see, oh, okay, here's the problem. I understand that I have a lack of vocabulary. I understand that I haven't talked in this situation, uh, in this arena enough, right? If you start talking politics every day and you start improving your vocabulary with politics, guess what? Your insecurity is going to drop
Yeah, of course.
and your knowledge is going to grow.
And I think this happens in um all parts of your life.
Hmm.
Like,
Aspects.
yeah, aspects of your life. I mean, when I first started teaching,
Yes.
it was so hard, so challenging for me because I wasn't like I I I had not experience in this field, and I was so insecure about it. But now I've learned a lot with my students, studying at home, studying, learning by myself, and then um, teaching my students. So I think this happens in all aspects of our lives, like
Yes.
with
We're
with
we're
language.
learners,
Yeah,
right?
perfect. We're
We
learners.
we we're learners, right? We
Yeah.
go to the gym, right?
So
And
chaotic.
I what'd you say?
When I first started go to the gym, it was so chaotic because
It was so oh, chaotic,
hey,
chaotic. So so what I was some words that you have problems with pronunciation.
uh,
I'm gonna put in oh my gosh, I forgot parentheses. I'm gonna put that word in parentheses and I'm gonna put pronunciation. And what I want you to do is put that word into Google and just listen to it.
okay,
Do some listening exercise. Cool?
yeah, of course.
Cool, cool. Yeah. So what was that word again? Yeah,
I
you said
said
what?
chaotic,
Chaotic. Yeah.
chaotic.
Chaotic.
It's
Chaotic. Okay.
so similar to Portuguese. Chaotic. It's like chaotico.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. You over there creating your own words. What are you doing?
Yeah,
That's just fine. Go ahead. No, but go ahead. Sure. Pronunciation.
chaotic, chaotic. I think I
Pronunciation.
improved a lot my ed pronunciation.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
and
were.
my the pronunciation.
Th-
Yeah,
thing.
this thing, think that. I think I've improved.
You said these thing. Did you say? What did you say?
This thing.
Oh, this thing. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Or these what? This thing or these what?
this thing. I don't know.
This or these things. These, when you use these, it's
The
plural. These things.
this. No.
No, no.
Oh, in
This,
plural, these.
these.
Singular,
Yes.
this.
This or these. Uh huh.
These things.
These things. Oh, I got another word that you need to pronounce. Huh?
Oh my god.
These. These things. Pronunciation.
You
Oh yeah, we're
are you still studying Chinese?
no, I just was moving the camera. yeah, I'm
Not.
sorry.
No, you're not. Neither me.
Oh my god. Uh, no, I I won't lie. Like usually, what's beautiful about language learning is like when you start to become really disorganized in your life, right? Your language learning is the first thing to go. Like I
Yeah.
always say,
Oh my
the
god.
language learning and the gym is like the first two things that just like
Yeah.
those two
Yeah.
just like fall away. Like
Totally. Yeah, I agree.
yeah, like when I feel like my life is just out of control, like it's spiral. It's like, well, the gym went out the window, and then
I
language
agree.
learning. I'm not learning.
Uh,
So,
in the last year, I was like, okay, I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. to study Chinese because I don't have time, so I need to like wake up at 4 a.m. Okay, for
mhm.
one week, I got, but like
right,
4
right,
a.m. is so
yeah,
hard, and that
right. No, it's right. And so I learned. I said, you know what? I have to improve this. And so I had to get things in order. Some things I had to do less of. Right. So okay, maybe not 2 hours at the gym, but can I do 30 minutes? And
yeah
I was doing 30 minutes, and it was good. Okay, maybe not 3 hours of language learning, but because I have to work, I have other responsibilities. But can I do 30 minutes, an hour? And can
yeah
I do it when I wake up and go straight to the coffee shop before I think about anything for the
yeah.
day? Can I just
So this is the thing.
boom, boom, boom?
This is the thing for me. It's like
Right,
my learning hour, like I learn
right.
more in the morning, so I need to first like to if I want to study a new language, I need to study it in the morning before my brain just collapse.
Because
Like,
think about this too, Maria. Right? Think about this too. And I have 3 minutes. I can still continue this, but I'll just have to leave the office. but think about this, right? When we most of the day we're doing busy work, right? We're teaching, we're doing stuff we're doing, but usually this is like just repetition. We don't really have to think too hard. But when we're learning new information, like when it comes to us, like we're learning Chinese or we're improving in the gym, right? That takes more mental energy, right? So I think if we can, it's best to start in the morning with that. Because if we don't do it in the morning, you're not going to do it at all
Yeah,
because it just,
totally, totally. Yeah,
you know, but it might not be 5 o'clock, but we might start work at 8 o'clock. Can we get up at 5:45 instead of 4? Can we wake up at 6? Oh, can you hear me right now, Maria? Can you hear me?
yeah. I was just, I, my brother was calling me. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, no, you gotta go. It's cool. I understand. Um, but yeah, that's something that we have to focus on too.
Yeah,
Is
I agree totally.
when we can study. So a lot of, like we said, a lot of language learning, a lot of all this stuff comes down to organization skills,
Yeah,
time management, time management. Not, I mean, that's a better word. Time management. Sometimes we're doing way too much.
I I think language
and
learning is like a person.
what'd you say? I can't really hear you.
I'm
Can't really hear
sorry.
you too well.
My
Go
brother
ahead.
kept calling me. Uh,
Uh-oh.
I was saying that, like, I think a language learner, a language lover, is someone who really loves it because
Mm-hmm.
it's like everyone around me was asking, okay, but why you went so hard to learn Chinese? You want
Right.
to use it in your life, and I was like, oh my god, so sad, so sad.
Hey, well, think about this, Maria.
Yeah,
People were telling me, "Oh, why was I learning Portuguese?"
and now you're working with it.
And then now when they see me every month in Brazil, guess what they say? I always knew you can do it. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
what? No,
I
you didn't.
know.
What are you talking about? You weren't supportive the whole time I was learning this whole stuff. So give me 1 second, Maria. Okay, 1 second.
Okay,
Hold on, hold
okay,
on, hold on, hold on. Okay,
problem.
how about that? Let me close this out. Yes, thank you. I think I did an extra hour.
Alrighty.
Okay, cool. Oh, I'm like, where's the phone at? Okay, this kind of here.
Oh my.
Going with you everywhere. Okay, cool.
Fala
Sweet.
o celular então. Oi, irmão.
No, yeah. Okay, give me 1 sec. Give
Ah,
me one.
tá bom. Tá, tchau. Hey.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right. All right. Always love these chocolates, man. All right. Take care. Oops. Thanks. You too. She's gonna be coming. Okay. Oh my gosh. Hold on one sec.